countdown is on to the November 11th off-cycle governorship elections, and that's in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states. And tonight we're focusing on the confluence state, Kogi, whose case is quite peculiar because the governor is not seeking re-election as he has exhausted his constitutionally guaranteed 2 terms. But the APC says it is confident of holding on to power. But then there are other candidates in the race who have promised to give the party a run for its money. We have one of them joining us tonight from our Abuja studio. Honorable Leke Abejide is the Kogi State African Democratic Congress governorship candidate. Well, welcome to the program, Honorable Abejide.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's been quite a busy couple of weeks for you campaigning. You've been campaigning in the state and even in neighboring communities. Quite interesting seeing you, I think, in neighboring Kwara State campaigning. But just tell us as an opener, what's been the reception like?
The reception has been so wonderful. The people are happy. They are looking forward for positive change in the state. They are looking towards the rescue mission that we are standing for. They are tired of the current government in the state. So people are happy to see us. And just only one time going down there, things started changing. People start seeing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. The dark ages is going gradually, and by the 11th of November 2023, the light will come totally through ADC, represented by me, Honorable Leke Abejide.
A lot of Nigerians will know you
if
from...
you see Kwara State, in Kwara State, we went to Kwara State because Kogi State was cut out of Kwara, Benue, Niger State. A majority of our people are still living in Kwara State, especially my own tribe from Okun. And when we got there, I was overwhelmed with the numbers of people. Initially, we thought the hall was too big for the event. When we got there and they knew that I was around, the number of people that came, the hall could not contain them. The number of people outside were more than the number inside the hall. And all they were looking for, they are yearning for change. Because despite that they are not living in Kogi State, they are paying a lot of bills for their wards staying in the state because of lack of salary, especially the local government workers. So they are happy to see me. Right. And from what I'm doing in my own federal constituency, I'm a 2-term member of the House of Representatives.
Indeed.
They have seen what I have done for them and what I'm doing currently for them. So people are happy to see that kind of things go around the state, including people from other Central District, from Kogi East, from Kogi Central. They all fill the hall and outside the hall.
We'll still talk about some of the peculiarities of those districts and how power has rotated across the state and what you hope to achieve. But there have been some intrigues in recent times, and this touches at the very heart of election in Nigeria, security. We can plan for elections, but if we drop the ball in the area of security, then we can never really have credible elections. The court recently asked that you be protected from any arrest or detention. And it was shocking for a lot of people wondering what is going on. So what is the backstory to that case, Honorable?
Right from the primary time, the government in the states have been trying to cause problems in my party. During the primary, we did our own primary normally. We give to INEC 21 days as required by law. And INEC came, they witnessed the primary, and the governor of the state, together with his men, commissioners, security in the state, they came and provided security for another person to do a parallel primary. When they failed, they assisted them to go to court.
Was a governor physically present,
They went to court and got one kangaroo judgment.
Pardon me, was a governor physically present at the event, as you said? Did you see him?
But his commissioners were there. They were there. We have the video. We have the pictures. They were there. And when they failed, on the 5th of this month, Court of Appeal, that case they took to court, threw it out that they don't have locus. And because of that, they now went into arrangement with the magistrate court, trying to arrange the kangaroo case that I'm trying to threaten. One of the candidates of our party, who was former chairman of the party, that was suspended from his ward and local government ratified by the national body. They are using him, now thinking that they can use him against me, that I threatened him, which was not true. And they want to issue warrant of arrest against me. And that was why I went to court against them. And that was what led to that court order. I am a very peaceful person. Everybody knows me in the state. If you are popular, even when my first election, nobody gave me a chance. And I did not fight anybody. The second one, that's why all they did to me, I didn't raise a finger. And I told my followers, never to raise any finger against anybody. But because of my popularity, they are becoming G-Street. They are seeing me as the person who can win this election. They even went this week, just last week, they destroyed all my billboard, they destroyed all the posters, and we know those who did that. But tomorrow, my petition will reach the presidency, it will reach the Inspector General of Police, it will reach DGDSS. We know them, and they need to be arrested, prosecuted, because they are planning evil. They are planning chaos for the election. Election is not about war. It's about your popularity in the state or anywhere you are contesting. I have been contesting under African Democratic Congress. Nobody believed that party can win, but because of my person, the kind of popularity I have among the masses, people continue to vote. In the last election, if you add the vote of PDP and that of APC together, it's not up to half of what I got in my election. And they have seen that that is what is going to happen in this coming election.
Well,
that's
Honorable,
why they are after me.
For the governorship
I will
election,
not take it lightly with them as well.
Right, for the governorship election, it's a different ballgame entirely. Yes, you may have been popular in your own constituency amongst your people, but governorship election is way beyond that. You have to cross over.
It's not only in my
side.
constituency.
But
if you know Kogi, I'm from Kogi West.
yes, and the point I'm
Kogi
trying to
West,
make is this.
we have three federal constituencies. Let me just land. We have three federal constituencies in Kogi West. And then, in the last election, we fielded only 2 candidates for Federal House of Representatives. That is myself and Honorable Architect Salman Idris. Both of us won. The 3rd federal constituency, we did not field any candidate because the candidate of the PDP was formerly in ADC. So we decided, okay, let him allow go. If we have fielded candidate in that federal constituency, we will have won as well. So it is not about my constituency alone. If you are familiar with what is happening in the state, our people are almost dead. And if any attempt for them to go further for another 4 years, will bury a lot of people. Because hunger will kill a lot of people. Let me tell you, a grade level 16 officer does not receive more than 15,000 naira. And this, you can investigate as a journalist if I'm telling lies. How would that person go to office, even with the current increase in fuel price and the transport fare? Will it be enough for him to transport himself? So that's why you see, if you go to all the 21 local government, nobody goes to office. Everybody stay at home, whatever percentage they get, either 15% or 20%, they used to take care of themselves. So nobody do anything. All the areas, they are like maybe in dungeon. Nothing is working. And once you keep the local government system, definitely insecurity will increase in that area. And that is what they are saying in Kogi State. Everybody is hungry. So now, if you come to, as a politician, if you come home no matter the amount of money you bring, if care is not taken, you will not get fuel money back. It's not because people want it like that. It's just because they are not being paid and they don't have the means to survive.
All right. Honorable, speak to this point, because the Commissioner for Information in the state put up a statement recently, quite strong words that were used in that statement. And he spoke particularly to your ambition, and he described you as a political opportunist whose aspiration is based on ethnic opportunism and division. And I recall that you had appealed to Kogi Central, Kogi East to concede a governorship to Kogi West. And I wonder, what is your response to that statement? Yes, it's more than that, but particularly the point he made about your aspiration based on ethnic opportunism and division. What's your response?
You can see, this, just like he said, that statement is senseless. If he's talking like that, what is he going to talk about his own paymaster? Governor Yabelo, we tried for him to win his second term. I was part of those people that he talked to that time. He got his second term. And after finishing his second term, the expectation is that the power will shift to Kogi West. Now, he's now putting his own cousin, somebody from his own local government. And what do you talk about that? Who is more tribalistic in this case? In our own side, we have never been governor in Kogi West. Nobody has ever been governor. Even him that is talking is to tell us who has been governor in Kogi West. He's from my federal constituency. Who knows him? If not that they give him the job of just to be talking and then what was his pedigree? Where did he work before? This kind of person, when they talk, it's just because they give him the opportunity to be talking on behalf of government. And what is the government that is talking about? Go to Kogi State. Even the Lokoja is the smallest state capital in Nigeria. Lokoja is supposed to be made like Kaduna State. If you go to Kaduna State, I schooled in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and I do come to Kaduna State before. When I went last, I couldn't know any road again. Everything changed. But if Lord Lugard is woken up from his grave today, he will still locate his house in Lokoja. That is about how bad it is. Go to my area, there was no road consultant, no single one in the last 8 years by this government. Any road that you see that is done there was done by me. And that is even not even my area of jurisdiction. There are some roads that local government is supposed to be doing. I was the one that did all of them.
Well, Honorable,
what is he talking about? That
quite interesting. Quite interesting analogy you used there. I mean, talking about Lord Lugard. But let's wind down on this point, because a lot of people watching, they just want dividends of democracy. And it was former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo that was saying some days ago that, well, if democracy is not giving the people dividends, then it's not really worth it. Another form of democracy should come in. So if you could tell the Kogi people in one line what your potential government would be like, what would you tell them?
What I would tell them, the first thing I will do, I will restore the local government economy. Then all the workers at the local government will get their full salaries. The workers at the state government will get their full salaries. Then infrastructure, which they know me for, in terms of roads, I have done a lot. That one will go around the state. And then I will declare free education right from the time, 6 years now. I'm the one paying WAEC fees for both public and private schools in my federal constituency. I didn't stop there. I extended it to the next federal constituency to me. And if I become governor, I will do it across the state. I will ensure once there is local government autonomy and local government is functioning, the issue of insecurity will reduce. Because all those boys now that now become vagabonds will have something to do. They'll be working and they'll be receiving salary. These are my focus.
We have to anchor at this point, but this is just one of several series of conversations we'll have in the build-up to the election. But we'd like to thank you so much and allow you continue with your campaigning. We've been speaking with Honorable Leke Abejide, who is the Kogi State ADC governorship candidate ahead of that November election. Thank you so much for your time on the program,
let me just say this before I go, 1 second. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Mr. President, who is the father of the nation, to look into what is happening in Kogi State. Kogi State now is not at peace. And if they allow the governor of the state to continue the way he's going, there will be chaos. In fact, there will be war, because nobody has monopoly of
Honorable
crisis. And
we have to anchor at that point.
Nobody has
Clearly,
monopoly of it.
We'll have this conversation in the coming days.
Except there is peace.
Right, we're totally out of time, Honorable. Thank you so much once again. Well, that's been the program. Well, it's still over a month to that election. I will pay attention to that one. Thank you so much for being a part of the program tonight, everyone. I'm Kayode Fikile.